All right, how we doing, guys? How we doing? So I just finished this book over the week. Never and Finer Company: The Men of the Great War's Lost Battalion by Edward Lingle. This was actually a pretty good book. I actually knew about this story, but not in depth. But it also not only does it talk about the 77th Infantry Division, it also talks about Sergeant Alvin York's heroic deeds in World War One, which ironically his deeds happened on the same day that the Lost Battalion was rescued. So this book is the most heroic and incredible story in American military history. World War One's Lost Battalion and the men who survived the ordeal, triumphed in battle, and fought the demons that lingered. The most dramatic week in American military history took place just weeks before the First World War ended. In the first week of October 1918, 600 men charged into the forbidding Argonne Forest. Against all odds, they surged through enemy lines alone. They were soon surrounded and besieged. As they ran out of ammunition, water, and food, the battalion withstood constant mortar attack and Sorry, I'm pretty bad at speaking. As they ran out of ammunition, water, and food, the battalion withstood constant mortar attack and relentless enemy assaults. 7 days later, only 194 soldiers from the original unit walked out of that forest. The stand of the Lost Battalion was and remains an unprecedented display of heroism under fire. The narrative of Never and Finer Company focused on the story of four men: the battalion's commander, Major Charles Whittlesey, a lawyer eager to prove his mettle; as New York stockbroker executive officer, Captain George McMurdy; and Sergeant Alvin York, whose famous exploits helped rescue the battalion; and Damien Runyon, the soon-to-be famous newspaperman who struggled to understand the events he witnessed. From the patriotic frenzy that sent young men over there, to the hurried stateside training, shipping overseas, and encountering with life at the front. Each man trod a unique path to the October days that engulfed them, and their stories did not end in the battlefield. Each man was haunted by the experience as America tried to come to grips with the carnage of war. Character-rich, abundantly textured, sometimes tragic, which that is definitely true, especially with this story. Sometimes uplifting, but always compelling. Never and Finer Company is a deeply moving and dramatic story on an epic scale. I want to say it took me about a couple days, well, 2.5 days to finish this book, and it actually talks about what is it? Prelude before America gets into the war, and there was actually an explosion that happened in New York Harbor that was actually a German sabotage. I forget what that was. Let me see, where is it? Where I got all my shit. Alright. So here are some of the men who fought. Major Charles Whittlesey, commander of the 1st Battalion of the 308th Infantry Regiment, and commander of the Compass force known as the Lost Battalion. Let me see. I just lost my place. For his heroic leadership during the ordeal of the unit, Whittlesey received the Medal of Honor and became a national hero, but the experience haunted him until he took his own life in 1921. U.S. Army Signal Corps photo of October 29, 1918. He actually, he was on a ship heading back to America, I believe, and he ended up just one night walking onto the deck and just throwing himself overboard. He just couldn't handle what they all went through. And we have Major George McMurdy, He was the commander of the 2nd Battalion of the 308th Infantry Regiment and second command of Lost Battalion. He is a recipient of the Medal of Honor. He is seen here arriving back in the United States with the members of the 77th Infantry Division. And at this time, they were known as the Metropolitan Division. These guys were mostly just New York, just around that area. So they call them the Metro Division. But they ended up... after their ordeal, they were changed to Liberty Division. Here's some more photos. View of hill number 198, looking into the, I'm going to pronounce French words, the ravine in the north hillside where the Lost Battalion held its position, or they normally called it the Pocket. While besieged by German forces over 5 days, just below the white cliff edge is the Lost Battalion's objective. Some road, I'm not even gonna, I cannot pronounce these words. Let's see. So they had, where is it? Yeah, we have this little bird, Cher Ami, which actually was the reason why the Lost Battalion was saved. It was had this message.